What's up, everybody? It's Julian Gordon here, wishing you a happy new year. I know that a lot of people were up late last night celebrating, watching the ball drop in Times Square. But guess what time I went to sleep last night? At 10 p.m., just like any other night. In fact, I haven't even brushed my hair. I'm still in my pajamas because I just had this message on my heart that I wanted to share you about the new year. Because we all know this intuitively that there is no difference between December 31st and January 1st. There's no difference between December 31st and January 1st if you haven't changed. If you haven't changed, there's absolutely no difference. The only thing that is technically changed is the number at the end of the date, right? And so if we haven't changed, then we're living actually insane expecting something else new to happen, because the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again, expecting different results. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. We have to change from within first, and then we start to see external representations of that internal change in the external world, right? This idea of December 31st and January 1st, this fake line that we've drawn in the sand is all based on time, and time is even man-made. Time is something that man created to break up eternity, right? Because eternity was too overwhelming for us to comprehend. And so we created this thing called time, but literally we're on a continuum of here and now. Of here and now and here and now. If I ask you where you are, the answer will always be here. If I ask you what time it is, the answer will always be now. That's it. We're on a continuum of here and now. And so here we are in this social media world, and people are putting what they're going to let go and putting the things that they want in 2016. And that's all nice and dandy, but we have to be real about manifesting it and bringing it into fruition in 2016. And so if we're going to do that, we actually have to plan our lives like celebrities. We have to plan our lives like celebrities. Yes, I said it. Plan our lives like celebrities. You know, people are putting images on their social media timeline of the food that they're eating, the gourmet food, and the beaches that they're on, and the trips. And just beware that you shouldn't compare your backstage to somebody else's front stage. Don't compare your backstage to somebody else's front stage, because in reality, a lot of those images are just slivers of people's lives. You know, they may have an image of them jumping out of an airplane and skydiving, and guess how long that takes? That takes about 30 seconds. But Monday through Friday, they're living their life in quiet desperation. So they're putting up this image to kind of show that they're living life courageously, when in fact they're not. That was just a 30-second sliver, but that's the image that they put. All these Facebook timelines, they're curated. Nobody's putting images of them being depressed at their desk Monday through Friday, right? Nobody's putting images of that stuff up. You might see memes of it, but nobody's putting images of themselves. So again, if we want to live like celebrities, we have to plan like celebrities. And a lot of these musicians, especially hip-hop artists, have actually been giving us the blueprint in terms of how we should plan our lives. And I never thought I'd be quoting Drake, but here I am quoting Drake right here and right now. When you listen to the song 0 to 100 real quick, right, which became very popular, Drake says something very profound in that song. He says, "We already got spring 2015 poppin'. We already got spring 2015 poppin'." What he's saying is, I have spring 2015 already planned out. And so the question comes, when did that song come out? And if you look it up, that song came out on July 15th, 2014. July 15th, 2014. So July 15th, 2014 is here. Spring 2015 is a year later. And he's saying, I already got spring 2015 popping. Are you catching this? He's saying that I've planned out my life a year in advance. I know a year in advance I'm going to be on tour here. I'm going to be traveling here. I'm going to be doing this over here. A year in advance. Now, do you plan out your life a year in advance? Do you declare what it is that you're going to do? Because a lot of us live life and we just leave our calendars and our schedules wide open. And what happens is life operates like water. If it sees that you're available, it's going to pour in stuff with minutia. Oh, you got to go do this now. Your car's broke. This and that. Whatever it is to fill up that space and time. And here's how you know. Last week you spent 168 hours somehow, some way. It got filled up somehow, some way. Whether or not you declared how you were going to spend that 168 hours is not the question. But life, like water, filled in the gaps. But here's your opportunity, which is to actually declare what you're going to do with your life in the next day, in the next week, in the next month, in the next year. And then life has no choice, just like water, but to go around it and only go around it. It can only fill in the empty space, right? And so we have to plan out our lives like celebrities. Jay-Z actually breaks it down as well in Breathe Easy. He says, I spring train in the winter around early December. I spring train in the winter around early December. Now, the baseball season ends in October or November, right? He says, I spring train in the winter around early December. Most people spring train in March and the season starts in April. He's saying, I spring train 4 months ahead of all y'all. And so here we are, January 1st, and this is why this message had to come out today. We're at January 1st, and many of you are already behind. Many of you are already behind because you haven't declared what it is that you are going to be doing with your year up until now. And so that's why I created the New Year Guide. If you don't have the New Year Guide, it is right here. Right? This is the 2016 New Year Guide. I've been producing it for the past 6 years, and over thousands of people have downloaded it. But in this guide in particular, I have 4 pages that I want you to focus on this weekend. Right? Today is January 1st, Friday. Then there's January 2nd, 3rd. I want you to use the next 3 days before you get back into the rat race. I want you to use this next 3 days to really get focused on what it is that you want. You should know 30 Saturdays from now. I know that sounds like a lot and it sounds crazy, that I'm taking my daughter to Universal Soul Circus, right? 20 Saturdays from now, I know that I'm going on a hiking trip to Bear Mountain, right? You should declare that. And then from there, life has no choice but to say, I'm going to go around that. That person has anchored what they want to do in time. They've anchored what they want to do and the people that they love in time. And when we look at our calendars, Google Calendar, Outlook, we schedule all the things that are not important. Right, we schedule meetings, which we know aren't going to be productive. We schedule doctor's appointments, which are important, but it's not something that you want to do, but it's scheduled, right? But we don't schedule the people that we love and the things that we love to do. We don't schedule them. And as a result, they don't happen. For this year, I missed apple picking. Why? Because I didn't schedule it. There's a window where apple picking is, there's a good time to go to apple picking. And because I didn't schedule it, it didn't occur. And so now I know that I need to go in September, October. So once you've listed all the things that you want to do, from your international trips to your national trips to your me days to your conferences, to the ideas you want to do with the people you love or with family, birthdays and holidays that you really want to go hard on and truly celebrate, you schedule those things first, or you actually declare what they are first. From there, you schedule them on the next page. You actually put them in certain months, right? There's certain things that have dates. If I want to see Kendrick Lamar in concert, then that has a particular date on it. But then there's apple picking, I know goes in a particular season. So you lay out your year just like this, just like celebrities. This is important if you really want to achieve what it is that you want to achieve. You have to anchor those things in time. So if you haven't got this yet, I encourage you to go to juliangordon.com/NYG. That's juliangordon.com/NYG. I also want to let you know that January 2nd, which is tomorrow, I'm actually doing my big New Year event, my 2016 New Year, New You Success Seminar in New York City. It's all day. And I got Tanya Rapley and Chris Cazirolo, 2 amazing souls and speakers who are going to be breaking down how to form a better relationship with your money, how to form a better relationship with the people that you love and communicate more clearly. And finally, I'm going to be breaking down how to know your self-worth and accelerate your career. So that's going to be awesome. If you're in New York City, I encourage you to come to that. You can find out about that at newyou2016.com, newyou2016.com. And then finally, if you're not in New York City, guess what? For the first year ever, we're actually doing live stream. And so if you want to watch live from the 3rd row, literally you'll be in the 3rd row, you can join us at juliangordon.com/live, LIVE, juliangordon.com/live. 2016, I hope that it is an amazing year for you. I hope that you experience more happy hours than you ever experienced. And the reason I measure my life in happy hours is because, happy hours are moments where you feel fully present, where you're doing something you love, or you're being with someone you love, and you're just experiencing joy. And there are 30-year-olds in this world who have experienced more happy hours than a 90-year-old who has 10 times as much money as them. A lot of times people measure their success in life by money. And when you think about it, nobody wants a green piece of paper, and nobody wants metal. That's not what we want. We want what we think that thing can get us, and what we really want is more happy hours. And so I hope that 2016 brings you tons more happy hours, and I know that if you actually declare them right now, if you put them in your schedule and you anchor them in time, you will experience more happy hours in 2016, not just for yourself, but you will also create them for those around you who you love and care for. So again, this is Julian Gordon signing off, giving you a little tough love. That's what I do. I love you, but I also want to hold you accountable to your highest self. So hopefully you can download the New Year Guide and do those pages between now and Monday before the rat race begins for a lot of people. And if you want to join the New Year event, you can join in person, live, or in New York, or you can join us on live stream and watch for the full day, as well as get the replay if you can't make it. So again, I love you all. I hope that 2016 is abundant and joyous for you, and I will see you later. Take care. Peace.